Hey guys, welcome back to Carnivore Month. Just got back from a heavy workout and I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I have been through my supplements this month and talked about the protein specifically that I've been using. And then I started getting some Instagram ads for grass-fed whey. And I want to read you what this says and take you through a little bit of a comparison from what I thought before was the cleanest whey that we could purchase and the price. And then I'm going to do a taste test because they have only 3 flavors: chocolate, vanilla, and then this one. And this one is cinnamon cereal, which I haven't seen from any other brand of protein. So let's get into it. This is ATH. I think it stands for athlete. I'm going to be honest, I'm not exactly sure because their branding just says ATH. Full line of supplements. And it says, I'm reading from their Instagram ad, our protein is not cheap. It is not. This is 1.79 pounds. They don't even have an even number of poundage. This is the largest container you purchase, single serving, not single serving, but as a single container. This was $50. This was $50 for less than 2 pounds. Now, the dimetized, the hydrolyzed 100% whey, this is a 5-pound container, and regardless of flavor, okay? The price didn't change here. This one has dropped. When we had supply chain issues, I was used to paying upwards of $80 for this one, for vanilla. And they have a ton of flavors. But right now, and this year, for the majority of 2023 into 2024, it's about $68. So you're looking at a severe price difference here. So their ad says, our protein is not cheap, okay? All caps, right? Big bold letters. It's true, okay? This is coming from Hawaii. It says that on the back here. Store-bought protein is cheaper. Yeah, if you go to Walmart, you could potentially get sawdust in there. Yes, we could, all caps, make it cheaper, italicized. But that would mean we would need to compromise. So we're going to go through the nutritional facts. We wouldn't use New Zealand grass-fed whey. Okay, some of the supplements that I'd taken you through with the desiccated organs a few weeks ago did come from New Zealand cows. I'm not exactly sure what makes them so special, but all right. Home to some of the strictest, maybe this is why, grass-fed labeling requirements. Maybe that's why all of the big sub-brands that are going with carnivore are going with New Zealand. Our cows are free to roam and graze on lush, nutrient-rich pastures. Cool. That would mean we could use instatized, is that a real word? Instatized protein powders with seed oils. So they don't do that. We're going to see if dimetized does. That would mean that we wouldn't use organic monk fruit with 0 erythritol. And erythritol we do try to avoid at all costs. This would mean we wouldn't use real cocoa, organic cinnamon, pink Himalayan sea salt, and chocolate flavor. Instead, we'd use a long list of gums, sodium chloride, artificial sweeteners, artificial flavors, and emulsifiers. Okay, that's their ad. It's a 2-pager on Instagram. So let's get into this. One scoop. I'm looking immediately at protein, okay? Immediately at protein, I have 20 grams per. I have 25 per, okay. Calories, I have 100, I have 110, okay? 1.5 gram of fat, 0 gram of fat. 0.5 gram of saturated, 0 saturated fat. Cholesterol, 65 milligram, 10. What I want you to start to see is where this is grass-fed whey and this is hydrolyzed whey, we're taking a lot of the dairy out of this, okay? So we get down to total carbohydrates. I'm going to break it down. So I've got 2 carbohydrates per scoop, less than 1 gram of dietary fiber, 2 grams of sugars. 2 grams of sugars. All right, dimetized. I have 1 carbohydrate, 0 sugar, 0 fiber, and 0 added sugars. 0 added sugars down here for this one as well. So I think this is their monk fruit while we're getting some sugar in that. I don't want to make too much noise. I don't know that I need to get into our electrolytes. I don't particularly care about any of that. I will say that both of them have very close to the same amount, looks like, of calcium. Cool. All right. I'm not going to bore you with a typical amino acid profile because I really don't care, and I don't think you should either if you're lifting. But I do want to get into ingredients, okay? And there's an allergy statement on the back of this, and I'll get into ingredients as well in the Dymatize. Hydrolyzed whey, first ingredient for our Dymatize. Grass-fed whey protein concentrate. The experts say you stay away from protein concentrate. This can really bloat the belly, and we're going to try that. I have second ingredient, organic cinnamon cassia powder. So that's a good cinnamon. Of course, this is vanilla flavored, so bear with me. We go into whey protein isolate now. Okay, so that's great. Here we have natural maple flavor. I'm not sure what natural maple flavor means because we were just told that we use organic monk fruit. But this one we do natural and artificial flavor. That's all that they give me on this, okay? Here we have organic honey powder, sea salt, vanilla flavor, natural vanilla, and then our organic monk fruit. Here we have less than 1%, that's where we are, of salt, of sucralose, and of stevia. Okay, so there is where the one carb is coming from. Stevia leaf, right now, is still safe. I know some of your artificial sweeteners and a lot of your sugar alcohols are not. So, can I tell you, let me read the allergy statement because this one does not have an allergy statement anywhere on it. Yeah. Manufactured in a facility that handles, eggs, wheat, milk, tree nuts, peanuts, soybeans, crustacean shellfish, and fish. Contains milk. This one does not. This one does not because it is hydrolyzed and it is isolated hydrolyzed. So it has went through the I don't want to say processing. That's not the right word, but it has went through what it needs 100%. So I don't have to worry about any of my fillers here. And I thought, well, you pay for that, right? You pay for that. You're paying close to $70 for 5 pounds. That's a lot. I was an old Optimum Nutrition protein guy for years and years and years because Gold Standard, we were all told, was supposed to be the best. And then eventually I switched to this. We've got informed choice on here, which means it has been tested and verified to not have any artificial substances so that athletes in college can use this. This one, I will say, does tell me that this is manufactured in an FDA registered and inspected facility. That's a big deal. That means that we have a facility that's safe enough to actually make medical devices in. And I've never seen that in a supplement company when it comes to certainly something like protein, okay? I don't really see anything else that we need to look at. Suggested is 1 scoop. They have another product called Post, so they're suggesting that you mix it with that. Unfortunately, I don't have that. With 12 ounces of cold water for a high protein snack. Anything else on the front here? No, it says the Gold Standard, this is for banned substances group. So, certified drug-free. They did go through essentially the same thing, okay, with the informed choice. So we're going to try this and see if it's going to be worth the price. Wow, the cinnamon just hit me in the face. I'm interested. I've never had a cinnamon flavored protein. So let's see how it mixes, and we'll compare it again to our good old Dymatize. So I always hate doing this, but guys, I don't know if there's a scoop in here. I can't find the scoop.
Is it normal for protein powders to come with a scoop?
They all come with a scoop, and it just says mix 1 scoop. So hang on, I don't want to keep digging my hand in this. This is expensive protein powder. So I think I'm gonna have to pour this out and look for the scoop. I'll be back. I'll let you know. Are you serious? So we are going to. I really don't feel that anywhere in there. You would think at $50 for less than 2 pounds, you would get a scoop. And maybe I just haven't felt it yet. I don't want to give them. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt right now. Anybody see any scoops coming out? Guys,
Is this normal? They usually come with a scoop.
I have never, with any product in the sports nutrition space, ever not had
How are you supposed to know how much?
a scoop.
How are you supposed to know how much?
I have no idea. It doesn't even tell me a number of grams on the back.
How much is a serving
if
size?
if I had one scoop,
Okay, it says 27 grams is one scoop.
27 grams. What is this one? This
Just
one,
under an ounce.
This one is 30 grams. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one out of the normal container. Right? Let me show everybody that everybody gets. Did I just spill that?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to react to this. So this is, I'm going to use almost, right, we got a difference of 3 grams. So I'm going to use this.
0.03. Yep. No, 3 grams. You're right. Sorry,
I
I'm
am
thinking.
absolutely baffled. I'm going to have to get on the website and see if, like, surely you're not supposed to buy a scoop, right? Like that just sounds crazy. Yeah,
Anyway.
so now that we have protein powder literally everywhere, let's see. I don't even know how I'm going to get that back in the bag. I would say that's probably the scoop, wouldn't you? It's not full, it's not over. We're gonna wing it. I also don't like, I'll tell you this right off the bat, that I'm used to protein companies giving you the 25, like a standard is 25 per scoop. So this one was 20, is that right? Remember that? Yeah, this one was 20. Because it allows me, again, even numbers, it allows me to really calculate. So it says 12 ounces of water per scoop. I'm not filling this to 24 ounces and drink. This is going to be way too thin. This one I think is 5 to 6 ounces. That's right. And so I fill it to like 12 ounces. Well, come along. I'm going to add some water and we'll see how this mixes up. Okay, I'm going to start with 16 ounces because I really despise a thin protein shake. So even though it's technically recommending 24 ounces on the box.
Did you use 2 scoops?
I did. I used 2 scoops.
So you should be using 24 ounces of water.
Should be, but I like my protein, and it's just water, so there's no milk or anything else in here. I like my protein shakes to be a little bit thicker. I don't know. This one is telling me, it's interesting because this one's telling me that you don't have to just use water. Dymatize says you can use water, you can use milk, or you can use your favorite beverage. Because I've seen some recipes where people will take some of that ISO whey and mix it in with their coffee or even with like sparkling water to make a sparkling beverage. This feels like it's getting thick, like it's getting harder to shake. I'm afraid it's going to make me feel bloated, where it's not protein isolate, it's protein concentrate. See that? Can you show that? Can you zoom in on the camera there?
Wow.
I'm not sure. It is not fully mixed. I can see a lot of granules. Have no idea why 16 ounces has turned into like 24. I think this cup holds 24. This is not going to be the best experience, I'm afraid. Oh, come on. Wow. Did you hear that?
Is it too thin or too thick?
It's like rising like bread dough. I don't get it. I've never had protein do that. I don't think I can shake it anymore because I feel like it's at the top of the container. It is, everybody. Everybody see that?
Ew.
I still have clumps. I mean, what kind of shaker bottle are you supposed to use? A gallon jug if you want 2 scoops at one time?
Uh-oh. Does it not taste like Cinnamon
Tastes
Crunch?
like watered down cinnamon cereal, leftover milk. And I absolutely hate
You hate
that.
cereal milk.
I was never a kid that drank cereal milk. Do you want to taste it?
Oh, no. No.
Okay. I don't even know if I've given it a fair shot because I don't think it's fully mixed. There's so much foam on top. It's like drinking the head off of a beer before you get to the liquid material. And look at that. There's a sour taste at the end of it too. This may be right off the cuff, but I wish I could return this. Maybe I've not given it a fair shake. I did order another flavor, but I'm not sure if I'm going to show that.
What
Because
flavor?
this tastes like, well, and remember, I put in only 75% of the required water it said or suggested on the bag. I'll do a third, I guess. And I've got a mess to clean up to boot. I mean,
Oh, no.
I'm not getting the thing about it is, you're calling it cinnamon cereal. I can't even get the cinnamon to come through. Like I feel like if I were to stop and open this up and put some of our organic cinnamon powder in this, that it may be better. But then I start thinking, why? Because I could add that to the vanilla if I wanted cinnamon flavor. That is unfortunate because and again, I can't take you through a week and say, look at how much muscle I built with this, or I'm not as sore, because being carnivore, those things happen naturally. So all I can compare is taste, mixability, nutrition facts, price to tell you, hey, try this, it is great. Don't try this, it's not great at all. If I will say this, even though it might not be included in the video, I did order just a basic chocolate. But chocolate is one of those things that I have tried with multiple protein powders chocolate's hard to get right, if those of you know what I mean that have tried a number of brands, because there is a lot of flavor profiles when a company just puts the word chocolate on the bag, the container, whatever it is. But I don't have my hopes up for that one. And I would definitely want to return that one unopened. But this is bad. This isn't even like good. This is, when I turn off the camera, I want to put it in the sink and make a regular protein shake bag.
Oh no.
And the other thing that it's getting less cinnamony the more I drink. The other thing that's bad is that I'm afraid this is going to bloat me because it is concentrate. And again, I want you to remember, I knew that when I saw the ingredients, but again, I was like, hey, this is really the first big company that has put out what they call a grass-fed carnivore type of protein powder. I want to try that, and maybe I'm completely ignorant to the fact that to call it grass-fed whey, it can't go through the ISO hydrolyzed type of process. I don't know that, all right? So I can't make claims on that. This one said it contains milk. Julie and I tried to avoid dairy as far as milk is concerned. Now, when raw cheese comes into play, or sour cream, heavy cream, yes, because it's been through a different pasteurization process. I'm afraid this has been through a milk pasteurization process that has been subsequently dried, and you know what I think? And this is going to be the bottom line, and I'll stop boring everybody. I think what they've done is they took the old marketing strategy from the 80s and 90s, when every protein powder that you could get was protein concentrate, and it all contained dairy. And people like my brother-in-law couldn't have it because they were severely lactose intolerant. And then people started making, I think what they've done is taken this is a cheaper way to process protein powder. okay? But since they have the New Zealand grass-fed, grass-finished cows, and that's the milk they took it from, they've marked up the price because it's being imported and marketed it a different way, but it's the same technology we've had for 30 years. I guarantee you that's what it is. Do not buy it. It is not worth your time and the sake of having organic monk fruit instead of stevia leaf. Don't do that. Find a clean protein powder that's flavored. Let me, you know what? Let me tell a story. On the flip side, I told you they have a bunch of flavors. There was, and I got it because I'm a kid at heart, a Fred Flintstone Fruity Pebble 100th anniversary flavor of the Dimetized ISO 100 whey. That, right, let me compare, that did not taste like cereal milk. That tasted like you had taken Fruity Pebbles with your milk in a blender and blended it until smooth. It was excellent. This is crap. This is crap. I'll do it again. Let me do it again. You barely taste the cinnamon. It's getting less cinnamony and more sour. I don't know where the sour flavor is coming from. I don't know if it's the monk fruit. I don't even taste the, it said it had natural vanilla flavor. I don't taste that either. And the fact that you're making me add more water, like what am I supposed to mix this in? It doesn't say, we recommend not putting a shaker bottle with 2 scoops in it because it may froth over. Like this is, it looks like it might have settled down a little bit. I can show the camera there. You can see the coolness of the water. So it was over 20 and now it's dipped down to 12. That's how much foam is in this. I think I know why. Hang on. This is getting worse. I don't know what that sour taste is at the end. And I could add cinnamon, but why add cinnamon? I could make a cinnamon shake with my vanilla flavor if I was going to do that. I'm worried. I'm also worried about getting bloated because it did say it had dairy on the back. So, you know, this one is lactose free, I think, or 99% lactose free. Yeah. And this one with it frothing up like that, that's telling me 2 things. One is this is 100% cow's milk that has just been dehydrated. 2 is these guys have taken a 30-year-old strategy in sports nutrition and just remarketed it. And what I mean by that is they, you know, in the 80s, in the 90s, oh gosh, even in the early 00s, when you looked for protein powder, you had protein powder. That was it. Not saying there weren't fillers, there were a ton of fillers. But the protein powder came from drying milk, dehydrated milk, pasteurized the same way. So you had individuals like my brother-in-law who can't have any of that. They're severely lactose intolerant until somebody said, okay, let's process this differently. And in doing that, it makes the protein and the amino acid profiles easier to be absorbed into your muscle. Uptake by the bloodstream and put into the muscle, much easier. Whew. I think what they've done is they took that old strategy, but they made it with grass-fed cows. This is a cheaper processing, okay? I'm not saying it's a cheaper protein powder. I'm not saying it's not high quality. It's a cheaper processing. And they put buzzwords on there like we don't have any seed oils. Well, guess what? Neither does mine. And they've rebranded it, but it's the same old protein powder that we were getting 30 years ago. And it's not worth the $50 for not even 2 pounds. So I don't think you'll see the chocolate. I don't want to open it. I want to do something with this. I cannot believe this in this mixing bowl is $50 and it didn't even come with a scoop. And it tastes like crap. I'm gonna give it one more go. It's not good. It's not good. I could be could be way off. Maybe you love it if you're going to try it, because every once in a while you can pop on their website and they'll give you like a 20% off coupon. You might be able to get it for like 39 instead of 49. That's not 30%. I'm confused by the bad taste. Don't get this. Please don't get this. Do your research. I'm telling you, yeah, it's better. It's way better than you can get in the store, and maybe that's why it said that was the first thing. Hey, we make our protein powders not cheap. We don't make what's in the stores. Cool. You can't get this in Walmart either. So they don't want you looking at the back of all the containers of protein. They want you paying attention to how they're marketing this. And I am telling you, if you have even the littlest bit of dairy sensitivity, you absolutely cannot use this. And the price that you pay per poundage, I'm sorry, stevia leaf is still safe and it's still an easy alternative because it is coming from the plant. Anyway, I won't bore anybody any longer. This is not good. I don't recommend it. If you have different thoughts, please tell me. Maybe you've tried the vanilla and you mix it with ABC, or maybe you've tried the chocolate and you mix it this way or that way. For me, I feel like I'm already getting bloated, and that's not a lie, because Julie and I are both dairy sensitive, and I always look for a protein powder that's almost lactose free. Do yourself a favor and do not get this. I'm not going to recommend that. You can go out and find another brand. Don't get this, guys. All right. We will be back if for some reason I open up the chocolate and try it. Otherwise, I hope it's helped at least for you to save some money and avoid something that I don't think you're going to enjoy, because protein powder is not sexy in the first place. This one's definitely a no-go for me. All right. Have a good day. Again, happy Carnivore Month. We only have a few days to go. See you next time. Bonus footage. I just thought of it. It tastes like you've had Cinnamon Toast Crunch in milk that is past its date. That's what it tastes like. That's where the sour taste is coming from.
I took a tiny sip of it, and I 100% agree with that. And it also has a splash of like something acidic. It's not good. It's not good. I don't like it either.
Maybe another flavor is good, guys, but not this one. Not this one. All right. See you later. So I'm writing an email to customer service about 2 issues. I found out the second package says it was delivered when the first one was. That's
Which
not
isn't
true.
true.
The second is the cinnamon cereal doesn't meet expectation. I actually put that it's undrinkable. It is. You tried it.
I did. It was so bad.
So I'm going to let you know how that goes.